All right, so this is quite a poll. A little bit of a shocker for everybody, a little shockington. Was done by UC Berkeley. So this is a poll of California for the Democratic primary. And look who's in the lead for 2024. One Bernard Sanders, 15%. Now, when I saw this, I was immediately reminded, oh yeah, Bernie won California in 2020. And I remember that was a big, yes, feeling on that day. Well, apparently, the people in California are still feeling the burn. Look, granted, it's a plurality, and it is kind of a small number, and this is for a field that's very fractured. But still, the fact that he's leading is something else, man. It is something else. So there's a couple interesting things to point out in this poll. So they have Bernie at 15%. Right underneath him is Kamala Harris at 12%. Kamala Harris is a senator from California. So a Vermont independent Democratic Socialist senator is beating the Democratic senator from California in California for a Democratic primary. And this is also with Bernie Sanders being about 812 years old. I think his first bill was legislation drafted on Noah's Ark. And homeboy is still leading. That is impressive. That is absolutely impressive. So then you have Buttigieg underneath at 8%. He's in third place. Ocasio-Cortez at 7%. Warren at 7%. Hillary Clinton at 5%. Okay, let's pause on that for a second. So I love that Bernie's beating both Harris and Clinton, respectively. I love that he's beating Buttigieg. It is hilarious to me that AOC is beating Hillary Clinton. That's hilarious because AOC, she's very young right now. I don't think she has intentions to run in 2024. But she's beating Hillary Clinton, who there's been 6-7 articles already saying, oh, maybe Hillary's the one that Democrats should run. Maybe this is her time. Now, by the way, I think almost all of those articles were written by Republicans trying to bait Hillary into running, probably because they think she's more beatable, which is true. She's very, very beatable, as we've seen. So there's a bunch of stuff to take away from this. What else do we have here? Abrams, 4%. Klobuchar, 4%. Cory Booker, 3%. Bloomberg down there, 2%. Remember when Michael Bloomberg ran for president, spent $1 billion and miserably lost? And that's with the media sort of pumping him up at the time, too. Oh, he's going to come in and save the day. How'd that go? That was hilarious. J.B. Pritzker, 2%. Whitmer, 1%. Then you have Jared Polis, Cooper, 0, and Murphy, 0. The Zero Club is there. Now, what's interesting about this poll, I don't see Gavin Newsom. I don't know why they didn't put Gavin Newsom in the poll, because I think Gavin Newsom wants to run for president. I don't know if he's going to do it this time or if he's going to do it in 2028, but he definitely wants to run for president. But Gavin Newsom is the guy who killed Medicare for All in California. He let the clock run out and didn't bring it up for a vote, and this is after he campaigned on Medicare for All and said very clearly, I am for Medicare for All. So he's definitely a fraud in that respect. He got a tremendous amount of money from the health insurance companies that can and should bite him in the ass among the Democratic base, or at least among, the Bernie left. But he also did do he's crafting a free insulin. No, excuse me, not free. It is an insulin program in California where they will manufacture their own insulin, and I think they're going to sell it at cost or just slightly above cost. So I don't know, it might cost $8 or $12 or something like that, when insulin goes for, I think, over $100 in the country, because pharma just screws people relentlessly and robs them. And that's something like public pharmaceuticals is a great idea, and I hope that Newsom starting that leads other states to do it as well. And then we can maybe get some drug prices that are not absolutely insane and a total ripoff. So yeah, there you have it. Bernie beating Kamala Harris, AOC beating Hillary Clinton, and, on the one hand, this is beautiful because it shows Bernie is still relevant. His ideas are still relevant. Social democracy is relevant. But also, on the other hand, I do say, it is a little upsetting because he is about 1 trillion years old and the heir apparent is not obvious. I don't see a political figure who really can match up to Bernie, and that's even with grandfathering in all of Bernie's flaws, and we talk about them all the time. I think he's kind of subservient to Biden in a cuckish and sad way. I don't think he's great at strategizing and throwing his weight around behind the scenes to twist arms to get stuff done the way I'd like to see it. To be fair, he is the amendment king, and he's gotten a lot of amendments and bills over the years that have been great. But nobody even measures up to him right now. They all have their own problems. And for 2024, you know, look, in my mind, I'm looking at Marianne Williamson. I'm looking at maybe some Democratic senator coming out of nowhere, sort of like Obama did in 2008 to drax the field, whether it be Raphael Warnock, whether it be John Ossoff. Now, these people have plenty of time to disappoint the shit out of me, and I'm sure they will, right? But my point is all those options are so much better than, oh, God damn it, Mayor Pete, Kamala Harris, zombie Joe Biden. So, anyway, there you go. Quite amazing that at this late date, Bernie is still leading and still on the forefront of people's minds politically when, you know, I think it's very, very unlikely he throws his hat in the ring again. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.